and they're talking about somebody that violated you, and that woman didn't tell you.
Furthermore, they're discussing someone that disregarded you, and that lady didn't let you know that they were GNAB there. How might you feel like felt deceived? That is precisely the way in which I felt, and how I feel. So what did she do? She said something you could have done without, like, so she didn't labor for a very long time after that. Right when we say family is sacrosanct, family is hallowed, and we realize that you don't go too far with regards to family. Rumors from far and wide suggest that Oprah could have a skill for renouncing celebs who take a stand in opposition to her. And think about who's not having any of it. That's right. You got it. Monique, the foundation grant-winning entertainer, spilled all the tea in a new meeting directly up, getting down on Oprah and requesting a general acknowledgement whether you thought Feline Williams on Club Shay was famous. Hold on until you see what Monique said. She's been beefing with Oprah for some time now, since she essentially demolished Monique's vocation, and she's by all accounts not the only one. 50 Penny has additionally transparently uncovered Oprah, and afterward we had the entire Tiffany Haddish dramatization as well. Yeah, we suspected Monique was overhappened, our thought process wrong. She's back more grounded than at any other time, and she just uncovered Oprah for destroying her life. So Monique is plunging once again into her problem with Oprah Winfrey. She hit up Shannon Sharp's Digital Recording Club, Shay, this week and didn't keep down while discussing her long-running quarrel with Oprah. In the event that you failed to remember, the show started off during the press visit and Oscar crusade for Valuable back in 2009. Monique guarantees that Oprah, who was a maker on the movie alongside Lee Daniels and Perry, proposed she go to the Cannes movie celebration to help the film, yet Monique needed to chill with her family during her personal time, and pushing back got her labeled as to work with in Hollywood, particularly for people of color. Being labeled as troublesome can hammer the brakes on your profession. This is the way it went down. We should rewind to 2009, will we? That is the point at which the Monique adventure unfurled in the wake of catching an Oscar for her job in Valuable. Everybody thought Monique was set for Hollywood fame. Valuable, a movie co-created by Oprah, Tyler Perry, and coordinated by Lee Daniels, should be Monique's pivotal turning point, yet rather G's experienced a plunge, and she ended up shut out of the business. Here's where things get cloudy. Oprah, Tyler Perry, and Lee Daniels smelled the exposure and concluded it was the ideal opportunity for a press visit. The catch: they weren't excessively excited about paying Monique for it yet. Monique skirted a few occasions like the New York and Toronto movie celebrations, creating a ruckus. She wasn't bashful about it either, telling the Hollywood journalist, "I didn't request this grand crusade." Monique previously shuffling her gig, facilitating a syndicated program on BET, had her main concerns in order. She needed some quality time with her better half and children. Subsequent to emptying her heart into Valuable, when called out for not doing what's necessary promotion, Monique uncovered she was just paid $50,000 for the honor-winning job. She implied that the movement costs for promotion were steep, and since the studio wouldn't pay, she passed on the occasions. Then comes Lee Daniels with a unpretentious advance notice. He indicated critical results on the off chance that Monique thought for even a second to decay Oprah's proposition, recommending it wouldn't body well for herself, and very much appreciate that the media machine went into overdrive. Stories began twirling about Monique being a small bunch and extreme to work with in spite of her Oscar win. The bids for employment evaporated. Amazing. Monique acknowledging she was being debased with Oprah, apparently calling the shot. Notwithstanding her Oscar win opening entryways in principle, Monique wound up shut out the job she was offered, like in The Steward, and Domain abruptly disappeared by Monique. It was on the grounds that she didn't play the Hollywood game. In a stunning call from Lee Daniels, Monique was informed she'd been repudiated for not towing the line. Daniels said she didn't carry on reasonably, discoloring her relationship with Hollywood big cheeses. Monique figured her Oscar would bring more regard and potential open doors, yet she immediately scholarly. In any case, very much like Hattie McDaniel, who won in 1939, Monique felt as she'd accomplished something wrong. In the wake of winning brief, Monique was enjoying some real success as the Valuable sovereign. The following she was getting named as an all-out small bunch, yet here's the tea: in spite of all the shade, Oprah actually tossed a few props Monique's direction, giving her a holler for keeping it genuine in any event when it caused some disruption. In a meeting, Oprah dropped some insight bombs making sense of why she's not going to participate in a public Twitter battle with Monique. It's unthinkable it's a regulation that on the off chance that you meet pessimistic with pessimistic, you will simply have a combustive pessimistic power of energy. You can't meet pessimistic energy where it is you need to transcend it. You need to rise above it. You must be the light. It just takes a smidgen of light to oust the murkiness. It takes a ton of dimness. To defeat the light, she added, all that's needed is a tad of light, and we are champions of the light. I could never go as far as attempt to meet someone where they are adversely, couldn't care less who they are in a striking stand-up routine. Monique didn't keep down pummeling those she felt squashed. Her profession, she even pursued Lee Daniels, Tyler Perry, and Oprah Winfrey, saying they could suck my profound. Monique's theatrics went the whole way to Netflix when they attempted to lowball her for a satire unique inclination, completely discontrasted with her friends. She directly got down on the organization for being one-sided against ladies and ethnic minorities in any event, beginning a blacklist. Yet when that didn't do, Crouch prosecuted them, asserting segregation despite the fact that she had hotshot buddies like Lee Daniels and Oprah. Monique didn't get the reinforcement she figured she would, regardless of being told secretly that she did nothing out of sorts. She got a handle on completely left. Monique spilled all her tea on Steve Harvey's show, feeling let somewhere near how things went down. While Harvey listened to her, he likewise recommended she express upset for her own words. Yet it seems to be Monique ain't anxious to comfortable up to Hollywood again, doing whatever she might want to do. Rather, the show doesn't end there. In 2008, Monique dropped a sensation in a meeting with Embodiment, a story I've told, and whenever I first told, it was Fundamentally magazine when I did the cover, I think perhaps a year prior, and I was attacked as a youngster by my most seasoned sibling Gerald. So when Lee Daniels called me and first enlightened me concerning this film, and he sent me the book, and I'm similar to, wow, Lee, what is this? And he said, when I express activity to you, I really want you to play a beast. So I recalled those minutes with my sibling Gerald, and he was a beast to me. So at whatever point he said activity, I turned into that beast. Monique had the guts to focus on some exceptionally weighty stuff. She spilled about how her more seasoned sibling Gerald had put her through some serious hardship. It was crude, like she was truly giving us access to her reality. However, at that point, how about we discuss the Oprah and Monique show? After valuable dropped their fellowship completely failed, and it got muddled as opposed to being there for Monique. Oprah headed down an absolutely startling path. It was somewhat obscured. Genuinely, she'd chosen to capitalize on Monique torment, transforming it into this entire thing. Not cool, gracious. Not cool at all. Oprah Winfrey, and I have an issue. Is Oprah Winfrey called Asa? And she said my sibling needed to come on the show and discuss me, and he needed to advise different guardians how to pay special attention to so get. This Oprah, the hotshot television show Sovereign, saw an opportunity to work up some dramatization. She pulls a tricky move and welcomes Gerald, Monique's wrecked sibling, onto her show without surrendering. Onika heads all out, selling outright, and that is, I did salt and unseemly touch my sister in habits that were not happy for herself, and for that I am sorry and please accept my apologies. Some might believe that you're just doing this to get into the great graces of your sister now, since she has an institute grant. Well, that is, I'm doing this to apologize to my sister, to ideally bring back some family solidarity and vision. Monique spills her guts to Oprah, entrusting her with her most profound injuries, and afterward, Oprah proceeds to blame everything on her, bringing the person who caused all that agony onto public television. Monique felt objectified and squashed by somebody she believed was a companion. So my brain believed was on the grounds that she said, would you like to come on? I said, I don't maintain that nothing should do with that feline. I said, I know. Depends on a trick, yet individuals can change. And who am I to say he hasn't transformed? It could truly be unique, so I would rather not hinder that. I don't not believe anything should do with it. Even after Monique directly up says no, Oprah continues to push her to come on the show with her sibling Gerald, yet Monique ain't having it. She stands firm, saying she needs no part in it regardless of what her sibling did. It resembled an affront from somebody she believed. She said, in the event that you don't maintain that I should have your sibling on the show, I will drop the show. No show will occur except for I needed to. If you up to perceive how you felt first when I hung up that telephone, sibling, I took a gander at my better half. When that's what I said is okay with me, that is a genuine, she kept it. She didn't need to hit me up. She didn't mean to say my sibling was coming. She might have quite recently ran with and let it happen. I dick her for that. Turns out Oprah proposed to drop the entire thing in the event that Monique disagreed with it, yet that is not what happened when the show went live. Monique figured out Oprah had welcomed Gerald as well as her people to discuss her difficult stretches. Now, I start to see ads with my sibling, my mom, my dad, and my other sibling I imparted to her. We were in a downright awful spot. I imparted to her. I was harmed, and attempting to sort